Good evening, everyone. Happy Tuesday. This is our Tuesday edition of our leadership call. My name is Miriam Kareem, and I'm so happy to have everyone here so we can learn how to grow our businesses and just get to it. Um, amazing things have been happening with our health challenge. If you have not contacted Coach Will about the health challenge, I really urge you to do so. And just um just I feel like we are going to really grow as a company and as people. Individually, our mindset is changing, and that's always a good thing. Quick tip from the newbie corner. Following up. One thing to keep in mind when you're following up is to be patient with those people you're following up with. They may not be ready at that moment in time, and that's okay. But if they are keeping the communication open, there's always a chance. Just be patient. Don't put all your hopes into it, but just remain consistent with what you're doing. And you never know. I've heard stories where people just popped up after 2 years and say, "Hey, I'm ready to get started." And you're like, "Oh, okay," or "Hey, I'm ready to order." So just be patient when you're following up with people. Make sure you keep that conversation going. And yeah, that's it. So that being said, I'd like to introduce you all to our teacher tonight, Coach Will Zanders. He is a multiple seven-figure earner in the network marketing space, a seven-figure earner at our Green Organics company in HBN, and our first six-figure earner at Goldest Sana. An amazing teacher, always has great information for us to apply to our businesses and just be great. So, Coach Will Zanders, are you available, sir?
I am, Miriam. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Awesome. Thank you so much for that kind introduction. And hopefully I know you're waiting on a suitcase full of money over there. I know that's the package you're waiting on. So we are prayerful that it will be delivered momentarily to the doorway that you are in. So congratulations on that. It's not every day we get a suitcase full of money delivered right to our door. So that's good stuff. I do have some stuff I do want to talk about. I'm going to save that for the end of the call. What I want to do is turn this over to the man of the hour, the one and only Coach Seymour Greenwich Blake. For ladies and gentlemen who don't know Coach Seymour, he's absolutely phenomenal, incredible man, incredible leader, incredible father, uh, and a six-figure earner at multiple network marketing companies. So it really doesn't matter the company or the product that's being sold. That's a gentleman who's kind of been there and done that, not just in life, in his military service, in his law enforcement career, in loss prevention and detectives and whatnot, but he's been there in the network marketing industry. So when he speaks, we all pull out the pens and we get ready to take some amazing notes. And he mentioned earlier in one of our leadership chats that he's got y'all in for a treat tonight. So that being said, let me see if we can get Coach Seymour on the line. Coach Greenwich Blake, are you on the call, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm here, coach. Can you hear me?
There he is. Look, love that. Look, love that T-shirt already, man. I'll turn the mic over to you, my friend.
Okay. Thank you, coach. Thank you for the introduction. Like you said, I wore this shirt for a reason. And if you can see what it says TGV, which means Team Greenwich Blake. We transfer visions. And that's what I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about today. But today going to be a lot different than what I've been basically going over for the last few weeks. But before I get started, I want to say one thing to Coach Will. Thank you for introducing us to this book, because going over this book has made me change so many things over the past few weeks. And I thank you for that. Tonight, what I'm going to be talking about is going to be, like I said, a little bit different than what I normally talk about. And one of the things that doing this little accountability group that you've been having us do and reading these scrolls and reading our 20 reasons why, that has made me change my top 20 reasons why. I had to go over and I had to change it. And the reason I had to change it was because as I was reading that the first week, I realized that a lot of the things that was in my top 20 was about what I wanted. And y'all know I talk a lot about not working for your first name, but working for your family name, which is your last name. And a lot of those things that was in those top 20 reasons was I want this to happen, I want that, I. So I had to basically go over, remove those 20 reasons and redo my 20 reasons why. My top 4 is on my phone, but my top 20 are 20 new reasons why I said yes to Green Organics. And a lot of you know that when I first started, I signed up on October 27th, 2019. And at that time, I said yes, but I didn't really say yes because I signed up to prove that these products wasn't going to work. Tonight, what I'm going to be talking to you about is my 20 reasons why I said yes. And I didn't say yes really to Green Organics till about 5 months into getting involved with Green Organics. And back then it was HBN. But because now we got 2 companies, I'm gonna use the word Green Organics because that's basically who runs everything. But if you don't know me, after you hear my 20 reasons, I promise you, you're gonna learn a lot about who I really am. Because I'm gonna share with you all 20 reasons. So it might take a little bit longer than they normally do, than my weekly call normally take. So with that said, guys, let me get started so we can get this out. So Coach Will can come back and share with us what he has to share with us tonight. And with that said, I'm gonna go ahead and go off cam for a while I'm doing this. So like I said earlier, I'm gonna be going over the 20 reasons why I, Coach Seymour Greenidge Blake said yes to Green Organics. And family, when I was first introduced to Green Organics, I didn't just see products. When I finally said yes, 5 months later, I saw a vision. And I knew that deep inside that saying yes could change everything for me, my family, and for countless other people. So let me share with you 20 reasons why I said yes. I said yes because I wanted a healthier lifestyle for myself and my family. I said yes because I believe in natural plant-based solutions, not synthetic and chemicals. I wanted to align with a company that truly cares about people, not just profit. Okay? So with that said, let's get to number 1. Where's my number 1? My number 1 reason was for my health and my family health. And let me be real with you. The first and most powerful reason I said yes to Green Organics was for my health, because I had to change that. So we live in a world today where sickness is everywhere. And people are tired, they're stressed, they're overweight, they're over-medicated. And we've got more pills, more prescriptions, and more hospitals, and yet people are still suffering. And I looked at my life and I said, you know what? This is not how I want to live. This is not how I wanted my children and my grandchildren to live. I wanted to be around to be able to watch my grandkids grow up. I wanted to be present, not just alive. I didn't want to be sitting on the sidelines because of poor health. I didn't want my kids to have to take care of me because I didn't take care of myself when I was supposed to. So when Green Organics came into my life, and really came into my life, I saw a chance to make a change. And I said yes, because I knew that these products were designed to support the body the natural way that was plant-based, organic, no chemicals, no toxin, just real ingredients that God created for us to thrive on. So let me tell you something, God family. The greatest wealth that you can have is your health. Because if you lose your health, money cannot replace it. And I knew that if I wanted to build anything in life, wealth, freedom, legacy, I had to start with my health. And I hope that you are doing the same. And it wasn't just about me. It was about my family. I wanted to set an example. I wanted my children to see me making better choices. I wanted my grandkids to grow up knowing that natural solutions are powerful and that they don't have to accept sickness as a normal. So I said yes. I said yes to healing. I said yes to energy, to living longer, living stronger. I said yes so that I could show up for my family with love, with strength, and vitality. And every single day, I thank God for that because my health is improving, my family is healthier, and I know the legacy that I'm leaving is one of wellness and not weakness. That's why I said yes to Green Organics, for my health and for my family's health. Okay, that was number one. Number two, I said yes to Green Organics because I wanted a natural plant-based solution. Look around today, and everywhere you go, people are looking for a quick fix with a bottle of pills. But what happens? The side effects kicks in. They get more medication, and the cycle never ends. They just keep popping them with pills when they go to the doctor. I was one of those people. I wanted something different. I wanted something pure, something that worked with my body and not against it. And when I saw Green Organics and I finally understood what Green Organics was about, I knew that that was it. God gave us plants, He gave us herbs, seeds, everything that we need to live strong and healthy lives. But somewhere along the way, what we did, we traded nature for chemicals. And guess what it's doing? It's costing us our health. So I'm telling you, get on these products if you're not on them, because they will change your life. When I said yes to returning back to natural stuff, yes to the product that I could actually trust, yes to the solution that not only helped me, but it also helped my kids, my grandkids, and my community. And let me tell you something, family. There is power in knowing that what you put in your body is real, it's clean, and it's safe when it comes to the Green Organics products. That's why I said yes to plant-based solution, because I don't just want to live. I want to live naturally. My number three reason was I wanted to align with a company that truly cares about people. There's a lot of companies out there that talk about health. Oh, plenty of them that promise you wealth. But the truth is, most of them don't care about you. All they care about is that profit, that money that's going to go into their pockets. So when I said yes to Green Organics, I said it because I saw something different. I saw leaders who cared in this company. I saw a company built on love, integrity, and transparency. I saw a vision that wasn't just about making money, but about changing people's lives. So when you join a company, you don't join a company that has product. You are joining a culture. And with Green Organics, you join in a culture that matters. The culture of Green Organics is one family, support, and services. That's why I said yes, because I wanted to be part of something that was real, something that put people first, something I could be proud to share with other people. And when I look around in the community that we have, I don't see strangers, guys. I see you as my family. That's why this yes was easy for me to say once I finally understood what Green Organics was about. My number four reason was I wanted to build generational wealth. I wanted to build generational wealth. I'm not just working for me, I'm working for my kids and my grandkids, and also their kids. And I want them to have an option of opportunities and freedom that maybe I didn't have. Generational wealth it's not just about money. It's about leaving behind something that will last. It may be a business, a legacy, a mindset of abundance. I look at Green Organics and I said, this is a business that I can pass down. This is an opportunity that I can bless my family for decades to come. I don't want to just leave memories. Memories are great, but memories can't support my family or my grandkids for the rest of their life. I wanted to leave some type of resource. I wanted my kids or my grandkids to say, because my dad and my grandfather said yes, that made us live differently. That's why I said yes. I said it to build foundation of wealth that will outlive me and possibly my kids. My number 5 reason that I said yes was I wanted to create time freedom. And you know what? Green Organics did that for me. Let's be honest, most people trade time for money, right? They work 40 hours a week for 40 years just to retire on 40% of what they couldn't even live on while it was working. That's not freedom. I call that survival. Because if for you to live on the kind of money that some of us people are living on these days, that's surviving. That's not freedom. That's not living. I didn't want to just make money. I wanted my time back. I wanted to wake up without an alarm clock. And you know what? That's what I'm doing now. I'm waking up when I'm ready to wake up. I wanted to travel. I wanted to spend time with my grandkids, to live on my term, not on somebody else telling me when I can take vacation, when I can go spend my birthday with my grandkids. I didn't want that anymore. I was tired of that. Green Organics was able to provide that freedom of me getting my time back. And I hope that it will do that same for some of you on this call tonight. Green Organic gave me that vision, guys. A business that doesn't chain me to a desk. I can run this business anywhere, and I can make my own choices. Time is one thing that you can never get back. And I said yes because I knew that the opportunity that Green Organics had could give me both income and freedom. And let me tell you, time freedom is priceless. If you don't have it, when you get it, you're going to realize how much freedom you have, how much stress that you got relieved. No more worries. It's a great feeling. My reason number 6 was that I wanted to be a part of a bigger mission. Life is not just about what we can get. It's about what we can give. And too many people spend their whole life chasing paychecks, but never build purpose. When I discovered Green Organics 5 months after I really said yes to this company, I realized that this wasn't just a company. It was a movement, guys. It was a mission to restore health, to create freedom, to build communities and abundance. Every time that I share these products, every time that I tell someone about the opportunity, I know that I'm contributing to the mission. I'm helping someone live longer, better, and freer. That's why I said yes, because I wanted to wake up each day knowing that my work matters, that my voice matters, and that my yes is tied to a purpose that is bigger than me. Let me tell you, when your mission is bigger than your excuses, nothing can stop you. Nothing. And I mean nothing. My number 7 reason was why I said yes was I wanted to share products that change people's lives. Why? Because it changed mine. It changed mine. We all see companies that sell things that nobody really needs. They sell a bunch of gadgets sometimes that all it does is collect dust on your shelves. You get into some subscriptions that you sometimes even forget you have. But with Green Organics, we got products that makes a difference. It changes lives. Like I said, was one of those people. 39 medication, 3 heart attacks, kidney damage, walking cane, high blood pressure, overweight. Today, 0 medication, kidney damage reverse, weight loss, blood pressure down, off of a walking cane. Why? Because of the products that we have with Green Organics. It changed my life. I used it to detox my body. And when I did that, it also gave me energy. It restored my balance. I've seen people drop weight. I've seen people gain their energy back. I've seen people come off medication because their bodies finally started working the way that God intended it to do. And I knew this is something that I can proudly share. This is something that I can put my name on. So when you share something that works, you don't feel like you're selling anything. You feel like you're serving somebody. And that's why I said yes, because I wanted to be the kind of person who helped other people feel better, look better, and live better, because that's what was happening to me. And I wanted other people to feel the same way. My number 8 reason is that I wanted to be surrounded by positive leaders. Your environment matters, guys. The people you surround yourself with can either lift you up or they can pull you down. Before Green Organics, I was in companies that had people around me who didn't see the vision. And I could not understand why they couldn't see the vision until I started growing. And I started realizing that when I lay down and I have a dream, and I wake up and I try to tell somebody about it, that person not gonna look at me and say, yeah, I know, I saw that same dream last night while you was dreaming it. So how can I expect them to have a vision that I have if they can't see the dream that I have? And that's when I stopped saying, you know what? You don't have to see my vision because I see it and I'm gonna make it work. I was around people that was complaining, people that had doubts, people who didn't want to grow. They were happy where they were at. And I realized that if I stayed around that environment, I was gonna be stuck just like them. But when I said yes to Green Organics, I found myself surrounded by leaders, positive people, dream builders, mentors who believe in me sometimes more than I believe in myself. And those people are the people that's on this call right now. This is the family that I wanted to be around, the type of people I wanted to be around, the mentors, the teachers that we have with this company. Everybody that's here wants to see everybody win. Being around people who are winning will make you raise your own standard, guys. Being around people who encourage you will make you see possibilities that you never saw before. And I'm telling you, it's true, it's fact, it's 100. That's why I said yes, because I wanted to plug into an environment that feeds faith, not fear. Leaders that build people up, not just for profit. And I can tell you right now, being surrounded by the positive leaders that we have in this group, it has changed my life. My number 9 reason why I said yes to Green Organics was I wanted to grow personally and professionally. I wanted growth. It's not just about making money, guys. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle success. Because if you get wealth without growth, you know what's going to happen? You're going to lose it. But when you start to grow, you can rebuild again and again. Want a perfect example? Look at Coach Marcus. Bankrupt twice. Look at where he's at today. He was able to grow, and because of that, he was able to build it right back up again and again. And now he's another millionaire, 100 million, 1 million earner with Green Organics Company because he was able to grow. Green Organics has been personal development university for me. I've learned leadership, communication, discipline, resilience. I've grown in confidence, in courage, and in clarity. And every day I'm still growing, guys. This business challenged you, but it's challenged you in the best way possible. It stretches you. It makes you think bigger, dream bigger, and it makes you act bigger. That's why I said yes, because I didn't just want to survive. I wanted to evolve. And the man that I am today is not the same man who first said yes to HPN 6 years ago. I am better. But you know what the best part is? Tomorrow I'll be even better than I am today. That's what growth really means to me. And that's what it does to you. My number 10 reason is why I said yes was because I wanted to create multiple streams of income. Family here is another truth, okay? You can't depend on one stream income anymore. You can't depend on one job, one check, one source. That is very dangerous because the moment that that stream dries up, so does your security. So I said yes to Green Organic because I saw an opportunity to create another stream of income, and not just any income, a business income, a residual income that keeps coming even when, like, guess what? I'm not punching a clock. When I stopped punching that clock on my job 3 years ago, I didn't get a retirement check because I didn't retire from that job. But am I not survive? Am I not making it? Because of my multiple streams of income, guys. Most people work hard all their lives and never build anything that pays them when they're asleep. But here with Green Organics, we have the chance to build something that grows month after month, and sometimes years after years. I said yes, because I didn't want to be at the mercy of one paycheck, one boss, one economy. I wanted to take control of my time. Multiple streams of income means multiple streams of freedom. And Green Organic is one of those streams that keeps flowing. It keeps flowing. Reason number 11, I wanted to build a legacy for my children and my grandkids. I'm not just living for today, guys. I'm living for tomorrow. I'm living for the day when my children and my grandkids look back and say, because of the choices that my dad and my granddaddy made, our lives are different. A job can't give you, and a job can give you a paycheck, but it can't give you legacy. A legacy is something that lives on after you are gone. It's sometimes your family can carry it forward. When I looked at Green Organics, I saw more than just business. I saw a legacy building tool, something that I could pass down, something that my kids could continue sometime, even my grandkids could benefit from it. I don't want to just leave behind bills. I want to leave behind a blessing. I don't want to just leave memories, like I said before. I want to leave resources. And every time that I share this opportunity, every time that I build this business, I know that I'm planting seeds in the soils of legacy. That's why I said yes. My reason number 12 was I said yes because I trust the leadership and the system. That was another reason why I said yes. There are a lot of opportunities out there, like I said earlier, but not all of them have the kind of leadership that you can rely on like we do here with Green Organics. Not all of them have a system that actually works, but we know that the system here works. How do we know that? We have a police officer that walked away from the police force, and today he's a millionaire. We have another individual that just walked away from his job with making 6 figures. He's a millionaire. We have a female that in 18 months in the Green Organics business became a millionaire. 18 months. That's proof that the system works. So when I saw Green Organics, I saw leaders with integrity, leaders who had been where I wanted to be. Some of them was where I was and who understood the struggle and who committed to building something sustainable. I saw a system that was simple, duplicatable, and proven. Success leave clues, and I said yes because I saw that all I had to do was plug into the system, follow the steps, and trust the process. And once I did that, success came. I didn't have to reinvent the wheel. I didn't have to guess. Because why? The roadmap was already there for me. That's why I said yes, because when you trust the leadership and you trust the system, all you have to do is bring your commitment, guys. Bring your commitment. Reason number 13 was why I said yes was because the main thing I wanted to help people improve their health naturally. Naturally. I've seen too many people struggle. I've seen loved ones depend on medication. My dad, from the age of 18 to when he passed at 87, he was on medication for diabetes. Why did he not get better? He got worse. Went from type 2 diabetes to being on dialysis. All those years of suffering, and it didn't get better. Dealing with side effects, getting worse instead of better, and it broke my heart when that happened. But with Green Organics, I had something different to offer, guys. Something that could give people energy, vitality, balance. Something that could help their bodies do what they were designed to do: heal itself. And when you help someone improve their health, you're not just changing their lives, you're changing their family life. Why? Because when mom feels better, the whole house feels better. When dad has more energy, again, the whole family benefit from it. But let mom and dad be hurting down and see how how the depression of that house becomes. Because you're stressing. There's no greater reward than seeing someone smile and say, thank you. I feel better. That's why I said yes. Listening to Mr. Clarence on the call yesterday, and when he started crying, brought tears to my eyes because of me sharing the products and the information with him. He's doing better. That made me feel good. Hearing Ms. Myrtle tell me that her A1C is down because of the products that we have, that makes me feel good. Not just about me losing the pounds and getting off the medications, because that's me, but to hear somebody that I help. Listen to a police officer friend of mine where his 5-year-old daughter with leukemia, blood levels were down to 300 and could not have her chemo. They started using our black seed oil, and now our blood levels is way up over 4,000. Her hair has grown back way below her shoulder. That makes me feel good. That's why I joined Green Organics. That's why I said yes to Green Organics, because of that reason. My number 14 was to help others achieve financial freedom. See, it's one thing to succeed yourself, but the real joy comes when you help others succeed. Watching Myrtle hit diamond in 23 days, hitting $5,000 in commission with this business. Watching Mr. Clarence do $1,000 in 3 months after he said yes to the company. Watching some other people just grow. Watching Selena come into Nashville for the first event and making money while she was there. I had the smile on her face, the joy that she had because she was there and was able to witness what she could do. That's what makes me feel good. That's what makes me feel good. When you see someone who is struggling finally pay off debt, when you see someone go from surviving to thriving, when you see someone discovering that they are capable of more than they ever believed, that's a feeling to have. That's what this business allows me to do. It's not just about me winning, guys. It's about helping my team win. It's about teaching others how to duplicate, how to build, and how to rise up. I don't just want to build freedom for myself. I want to see single moms free. I want to see families free. I want to see young people free from the debt before it strangles their dreams. That's why I said yes, because I know that when I lift others up, I rise up too. And there's no greater satisfaction than seeing someone else step into freedom because you said yes first. Reason number 15 I said yes was because I wanted to be part of a movement that rewards integrity. Character matters, integrity matters. I've seen too many companies where dishonesty rules, where people are promised things that never comes, where greed takes over and people get hurt. But with Green Organics, I saw a company that rewarded integrity, a company where honesty matters, a company where doing the right thing still counts. And let me tell you a short story. A little over a year ago, I received a commission for $300. And all it said was the reason was credit. It didn't say why I received it. So I reached out and I said, hey, look, I got this $300 check, a commission today. It didn't tell me I didn't complete no grids. I didn't cycle, so no team bonus. I didn't sign no new people up. And I don't want for this money to get charged back and taken back from me. So I don't know if there was a glitch in the system. Can somebody have IT check this out? Within 24 hours, I got a response back. And the response wasn't from the customer service company. It was from our CEO. Paula responded and said, Coach, she said, Seymour, the reason you got that $300 is because we did an audit, and 3 months ago, we saw where we did not send you a commission that you had earned for $300. Who does that? That's integrity. That's when my flag was planted 1,000,000%. Because now I knew that this business, it was full of integrity. It was full of honesty and trust. I said yes because I wanted to be aligned with something that wasn't just profitable. It was principle. It was something that I could stand behind with pride. Because at the end of the day, success without integrity is failure, guys. And I didn't want to build a shaky ground. I wanted to build on a foundation of trust. That's why I said yes. Because when you stand for integrity, you can hold your head up high. And when people trust you, they will follow you. They will follow you. Reason number 16. I said yes because I needed personal growth and development. I said yes because I wanted to grow. When I joined, I thought it was just about health and wellness and well-being. But Green Organics turned out to be a personal growth journey for me. It challenged me to become a better communicator, a better leader, a better thinker, and most of all, a better version of me. Every training, every call, every event, it stretched me. It stretched me. It took me out of my comfort zone. And I realized something. You can't grow a business bigger than your mindset. You can't create success without first creating a successful version of yourself. That's why I said yes, because I wanted to grow. And you know what? I'm still growing every day. Every day I'm still growing. Like I said earlier, I said yes because I needed freedom of time. Money is important, yes. But time, like I said earlier, it is priceless. You can lose money, but you can make it back. Once you lose time, it's gone, and it's gone forever. It's gone forever. I didn't want to trade 40 years of my life for a pension that wouldn't even cover my bills. I didn't want to miss my kids' events, my grandkids' milestones because I was stuck at work. I watched my dad work. It's life to death. Work, 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 work. And that became a part of me because that's what I was brought up seeing. We all came, and me and my sisters, we came to the United States. I joined the Air Force. My sisters joined the Air Force. When my last sister left home, my mom begged my dad to retire. My dad was a cop for 36 years. My mom begged my dad every year to retire after my last sister left home in 85. And every year, honey, I'm going to do it this year. Honey, I'm going to do it this year. Yeah, I know I said that last year, honey, but I'm going to do it this year. Finally, on April 12th of 1997, before his 62nd birthday, my dad came home and showed my mom that he had retired. That was April 12th, 1997. Now we're going to be able to enjoy life. 5 months later, on November 20th, 1997, my mom passed. That was the hardest thing for my dad. Because all these years she begged him to retire and he didn't. And when he finally did, he was only able to spend 5 years with her. That's not what I wanted for me. I saw me going down that same road. My kids grew up never being able to go on vacations with me because all I did was work. And like I said, money is important, but time is priceless. Green Organics gave me the way to buy back my time, to work smarter, not harder, to create income that frees me to live, to travel, to be present with the people that I love. That's why I said yes, because I wanted time freedom back, not just financial freedom. Getting close to the end, number 18, why I said yes. Because I wanted to help others achieve their dreams. Like my shirt says, we transfer visions. When I share Green Organics, I'm not just selling products. I'm changing lives. I'm helping some people get healthier. I'm helping single parents earn extra income. I'm becoming someone, I'm helping someone to discover their purpose, their confidence, and their voice. And let me tell you guys, there's no greater feeling, no greater joy than watching someone else win because you believe in them. That's why I said yes, because when I lift others up, I rise up too. Number 19 reason why, the 19 reason why I said yes was because I wanted to leave a legacy. Life is short. None of us know how long or how much time that we got left here. And when I leave this earth, I don't want people to just say he lived. I want them to say he made a difference. Green Organics is part of my legacy, not just financially, but spiritually, emotionally, and socially. The lives that I impact, the people that I empower, the health that I restore, that's legacy, guys. Again, that's why I said yes, because I want my grandkids to know that their grandfather stood for something greater than myself. And my last reason why I said yes was faith and purpose. I believe that God put us here for a reason. And that reason is not just to survive, pay bills, and to die. We were created to live with purpose, to impact lives, to shine our light. When Green Organics came into my life finally, I prayed about it. And I felt in my spirit that this is what aligned me with my purpose. And that was what my purpose was on this earth. It was to help people live healthier, wealthier, and free lives. So when I say yes, it wasn't just a business decision. It was because of faith. It was all because of faith. I believe that the part of the assignment that God has given me is to help people. And that's why I said yes. And that's why I keep saying yes, because I know this is bigger than just me. This is purpose. So in closing, family, I've given you my 20 reasons why I said yes to Green Organics. I said yes for my health, my family, my freedom, my future, my legacy. I said yes because I wanted to grow. I said yes because I wanted to help others. I said yes again because I believe that this is part of my God-given purpose. Now the question is this: what about you? You've listened to my 20 reasons, but what is your reason? What will drive you to say yes if you haven't said it yes? If you haven't said it yet. Because I promise you this, if you say yes and really say yes, you won't just change your life, you'll be changing generational. I leave with you this tonight. The two most important days in your life was the day that you were born and the day that you found out why. I found out my why. That's why I say yes. And I'm inviting you to find yours. And when you do, people, don't hesitate. Just say yes. Thank you. Back to you, Coach.
You know what? God dog it. Y'all show Coach Seymour some love in the chat. I can't keep following this dude on no Tuesdays. I'm gonna eventually just stop doing. God dog it. Or I'm gonna have to go first. I gotta figure something out because Seymour just be punishing me, got me looking stupid out here.
No.
And I gotta tell you, man. The crazy thing about Coach Seymour, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it crazy how every week it is more and more and a little bit more and more emotionally impactful and valuable than the last? And this is what I always tell people, man, you got to get, if you have anybody personally sponsored and you don't have them on this call in particular, the Monday night call and Tuesday night call, they just phenomenal. And I got to go redo at least 10 of my 20 reasons why. And I just did it. And I'm like, man, Coach is right on so much that he talked about. So thank you so much, Coach, for your vulnerability. Thank you for your transparency. Thank you for your leadership. But most of all, man, thank you for your friendship. I know Coach Marcus feels the same.
You're welcome.
And the three of us has just gotten so close over the years, man. It's what this industry is all about. It's what this industry is all about. So you're learning from one of the best right there, ladies and gentlemen, Coach Seymour Greenridge Blake. multiple six-figure earn at multiple companies, and gonna be a network marketing millionaire right here in Green Organics, and we already know it's a done deal. So that being said, let me touch on 2 or 3 quick points, and I'm gonna get into a little bit of training for the last 10 minutes or so. Number one, I'm taking notes. I got my laptop out, I got my pen out, I'm doing all kind of things, but then this ad popped up on my laptop just out the blue, and it was for something called Mounjaro. I've never heard of it, but the ad was right there on my screen, big purple ad trying to distract me. And this is what jumped out at me immediately from this ad that had the audacity to pop up on my laptop screen while we're on Zoom. It said Mounjaro is a prescription drug to help people with type 2 diabetes. I'm like, all right, cool. Oh no, Clarence, look, Mr. Clarence, I ain't taking nothing. I don't do prescription drugs. But this is what the ad said, and this was crazy. Underneath the ad for type 2 diabetes, it said right there, it said Mounjaro works and is designed to be combined with diet and exercise. So it's talking about food, nutrition, supplementation, and exercise. What sucks, if you're going to eat right, supplement properly, and exercise, you wouldn't even need the dang thing. But it says it works with diet and exercise. So obviously it's not really doing nothing by itself. And that was in small print. And then in the bottom small print, which was even smaller, it said clear as day. If you want to read it, it said clear as day. It said Mounjaro can cause thyroid issues and thyroid tumors and can also lead to thyroid cancer. And I'm like, who on earth is fueling this $1 trillion pharmaceutical drug industry where they're telling you, yeah, you got to diet, you got to exercise anyway, but take this drug, and as a cool bonus, we'll give you thyroid cancer for free. And at the least, we'll give you some tumors. And I'm going, that's crazy. Yeah, Karen, the only thing they left out was thyroid cancer can kill you, right? It was bananas. So please, ladies and gentlemen, to whatever you can do, please try to stay away from these prescription drugs. Like Coach Seymour said, really understand the health and the value of products, nutrients, minerals, herbs, and things like that that were put here by our creator. And I got to give the pharmaceutical industry credit. They're telling people straight up what could happen, and people are doing it anyway. So, whatever. Whew, that's crazy. All right. That being said, second thing, I want you to understand when you're hearing Coach Seymour speak, you're listening to a network marketing team builder. He's a product advocate, he's an industry advocate, but understand he is a team builder. And I pulled up the definition of build because a lot of people join network marketing and they simply do not understand what it is we're saying when we say we come here to build a business. Okay, so I want to give you the Merriam-Webster definition of build, and maybe that'll just help you understand a little bit better of what it is we do and what you'll have to do if you want that type of freedom that Coach Seymour just talked about. If you want that type of freedom that Coach Marcus has to wake up at the crack of noon if he feel like it, that type of freedom, you do have to build something, and you're going to build a business that is going to pay you each and every day, even while you sleep. It's incredible. But let me give you the definition of the word build from Merriam-Webster. It says to form by uniting materials by gradual means into a composite whole. Okay, then it says birds building a nest, to build a new hospital, or the boat her father built. It gives you some examples of what it means to form by ordering and uniting separate materials by gradual means, which means gradual. It means it takes some time, into a composite whole. Okay, the next part of the definition, it says to cause to be constructed. So there's a construction element of building. The third part of the definition, one of my favorite, it says to develop according to a systematic plan by a definite process or on a particular base. So you see systematic plan, a definite process, which means it's definitely going to work. You just have to understand that we are here to build a business. But here's the best part. After you build the business and get it over with, it can be done in as little as 6 months. It can be done in 18 months. It can be done in 5 years. You get to build at your own pace. Okay, you can get it over with fast like some of us did, and we're still here because we enjoy the game. We enjoy working. We enjoy helping people get to the levels we were at. We didn't want to just check out, okay? But you can build it at your own pace. But I'm gonna tell you, and I don't pull any punches about this, you will have to build it. It's not going to build itself. If that was the case, everybody in the country, everybody in the world will be millionaires like that. All right. But there is effort involved. So let's talk a little bit about that. Third thing I want to talk about very quickly, the kickoff Zoom is going to be this Thursday for the Fitness Accountability Challenge. Tons and tons of people, dozens and dozens of people have been sending me their information that we wanted. That we need to get in tonight because I have to build these rosters, select these teams. It's a lot to do. It is a far more than I think I anticipated, but you know, we're here for the love of the game and y'all are going to absolutely love it. The kickoff Zoom, which is when we explain the rules again and everything and announce your teams, which is going to be the most fun part because y'all have no idea what team you're on yet. There are people who are even inviting friends and family members and sending me their information, and their spouses who aren't even in the company, and their neighbor who's not even on the company, they're getting there. And those people are probably going to end up buying products, quite frankly. But the truth is, we're taking all comers. It's going to be amazing. I anticipate a really good turnout. I don't think everybody's going to make it, okay? But we love to see that top 20% rise to the top. And that kickoff Zoom, Coach Marcus has been kind enough to let us use this Zoom link. And it's going to be Thursday after our last team call. So I'm not sure what the team schedule is on Thursday. I'm so busy. I've been thinking one day ahead. But whenever our last team Zoom, Coach Marcus, do you know our last team Zoom for Thursday? Is it yours or Coach Kim's? Okay, Coach Marcus. Okay, great. So by 8:30 Central Standard Time, we are going to be on that same Zoom channel that Coach Marcus is on. And we're going to do a 45-minute kickoff Zoom, and we're going to be starting the fitness challenge and accountability group and getting everybody added to that group that night. It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be a lot of fun. There is no cost. So please come play the game for free. And over the next 90 to 100 days, it's going to be the best. I want you in the best shape of your life, because when you are in the best shape of your life, your business is going to grow because you look better, because you feel better, because you're doing more. You are going to be the best walking billboard for your business absolutely ever. All right. So that being said, let's dive into, I got about 5 minutes left. Let's talk a little bit about the 80-20 rule tonight. This is one of those rules. This is one of those absolutely phenomenal principles, wisdom of the age of success principles that you can build your business upon. And the 80-20 rule basically is this: in any business, on any sports team, in any industry, there's about 20% of the people who are builders, who are producers. At any company, 20% of the people on an NBA team are going to be responsible for scoring 80% of the points. It's no different in network marketing. 20% of the people in your network marketing organization are responsible for generating 80% of the volume. So you focus on being a part of the 20% that brings value, that shows up each and every day, that's on calls, that's actually doing the things required to build the business. I got this t-shirt from Coach Marcus. It says, I'm a 20%er. What does that mean? It means I know for a fact I'm one of the 20% of people in the industry that does 80% of the volume. So this next 4 or 5 minutes, we're going to talk about how the 80-20 rule does not just describe your team performance, it describes your mindset. It really describes your mindset. Most people are going to wake up, check their phone, and run their day based on feelings. And whatever happens that day happens that day. The elite 20% in any industry are going to wake up. They're going to check their goals. They're going to typically pray, meditate, do something in the morning like gratitude, and they're going to run their entire day based off of discipline. So some people are going to run their business or try to build a business based off emotion and feelings. That does not work, because some days you feel great, some days you don't. There's another group of the people, the elite 20%, that are going to check their goals and they're going to run their day based on discipline. Your feelings will always pull you toward comfort. Your discipline is going to pull you towards your calling. Like Coach Seymour said, discipline is going to pull you towards your purpose. Okay, that's what's going to get you out the bed. Even when you don't feel like it, you have to choose between temporary emotion or permanent elevation. So feelings are going to follow discipline, They don't lead it. You got to let your discipline lead you if you want to be in the top 20%. Now, every rep is going to have to climb through 4 invisible stages before you get to that 5th level of mastery. And number 1, it's unconscious incompetence. This is where all new network marketers are. You are, I was, we were all there, unconsciously incompetent. You don't know what you don't know. You're excited, but you're really unaware, and you post, you pray, and you hope, and you build your business off excitement. Ignorance on fire is what our mentors called it. And then eventually you're going to graduate to the 2nd level very quickly, typically. And that's called conscious incompetence. At that level, it's not that you don't know what you don't know. At that level, level 2, conscious incompetence, you see what you lack. You know what you're missing. Okay, I don't know a lot about the products. Okay, I don't know how to do a presentation. Okay, I'm not good at public speaking. I don't know how to recruit. How do I do that? I don't know how to retail product properly, but you know what you don't know at that particular point is such a valuable place to be. That is going to be where most people quit. That is when the 70%ers typically quit, because growth can feel like failure, especially if you're talented or successful at other parts in your life. When you come into this industry, you get to level 2, growth can feel like failure, but it's not failure. Failure is not fatal. It's really you just going to level 2, like you're a sophomore in the mindset network marketing. You went from freshman to sophomore. Okay, and then comes level 3. Level 3 mindset is called conscious competence. Okay, that means I can actually do this business if I focus. I'm still using scripts. I'm following my daily mode of operation. I'm being consistent, but it requires a lot of conscious energy. I can do it if I focus, if I apply myself, if I make the sacrifices, I can push myself. You're a junior at that particular point. Freshman, sophomore, now you're a junior when you're at level 3, again, which is called conscious competence. And then you get to level 4, you're a senior. And level 4 is called unconscious competence. You just do it. It's the duplication zone. It's no longer work. At that point, when you're a senior, when you're at the level of unconscious competence, these are the 4 levels of learning that you have to get to become a successful network marketer as you build your business. When you get to level 4, when you get to unconscious competence, when you're a senior, like Coach Seymour, he just does it. He doesn't have to think about it. Okay, he doesn't have to, all right, let me go look at what script do I send for this? You're just at the level. But remember, every successful network marketer who has built a business, who's built teams, we all had to climb through those 4 invisible stages. So no matter what level you're at, based on that little 2 or 3 minutes we just talked about, you know where you are and you know what's next. And if you stay a senior long enough, graduation is inevitable. And that is that level of mastery. Okay, it's that level of mastery. Now, here's the secret. Here's the secret. You cannot evolve through those 4 levels up to the 5th level, which is mastery. Graduation, right? You cannot evolve through those levels by following your feelings. I've seen so many talented people over the years try to get to those levels, knowingly or unknowingly, but following their feelings. Okay, if something happens and it upsets them, they're not going to build their business that day because something in life happened that just agitated them and they don't feel like doing it. Okay, you can only climb through those levels through discipline. Discipline is the bridge that gets you from level 1, 2, 3, 4. Discipline is going to be the only thing that's going to get you through freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. It's that quiet repetition. It's finding that rhythm of doing the business. Even when you don't see any real gangster results, it's that quiet repetition that moves you from knowing to doing to becoming. You see, discipline is going to turn repetition into revelation, and you just get it. At some point, this is not difficult. I just get it. At some point, you just get it. So this week, what I would challenge you to do, just for the next 2 or 3 days, just Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, maybe up until we have the kickoff Zoom, just kind of track yourself. And every time you don't feel like sending that text message, You don't feel like following up. You don't feel like sending that post. You don't feel like calling or texting that individual to see if they'd be interested in hopping on a Zoom. Whenever you don't feel like doing something, say this out loud. I'm training to become the 20%. How many words is that? I'm training to become the 20%. 7 words. Say those 7 words. Type them in the chat to make it real. Program yourself with that. Type it in the chat if you're on board. I'm training to become the 20%. I'm training to become the 20%. Whenever I don't feel like doing something, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm training to become the 20%. Okay, just put that in the chat. I'm training to become the 20%. Did I get that count right? I'm training to become the 20%. Yeah, 7 words. Okay, I'm training to become the 20%. That one sentence, if you say it enough, will reprogram your brain from emotional default to elite level discipline. You just have to say it. If you say that enough every single day, in just the next 3 days, I guarantee you this. This is what you'll notice. Your confidence is going to hit faster. Your emotions are going to start to stabilize, and your results are going to start compounding. You will get better results in the next 72 hours if every single time you say, I don't really want to do that. It doesn't feel comfortable. I'm training to get that thought out of your head. I'm training to become a 20%. I got to be part of the 20% that makes 80% of the money. That's the most fun part about being a 20%er. 80% of the money, I think the company paid out over, I know they paid out over $30 million last year. I think it might have been 34 million. It was some crazy, awesome number. The company paid out over $30 million last year. You do understand that 20% of us got to split up like 24 million of that. You got to make a conscious decision to become part of the 20%. It's not me showing off. I'm telling you what you can do once you make that decision, okay, to become, I'm in the 20%. I'm a 20%er. I conduct myself as such because mastery isn't about being motivated. It's about being mechanical. We're going to do it anyway. Imagine if your car didn't start when it didn't feel like it. When you get in the car, you start the car's like, you know what, having a bad day today. Not today. You know what? Give me a couple of hours just to feel better, and then I'll drive you where you want to. I'll start that. Can you imagine? But you're building a business the same way you're building a car. You got to start it, and it all starts with you. Feelings are the language of the 80%. Feelings are the language of the 80%. Discipline is the language of the 20%. We speak discipline. We speak discipline. I'm telling you, the 4 levels of learning, listen, that's not theory. That is the guaranteed, happens every time for the last 100 years in this industry. That is the emotional map of every leader's evolution. Those 4 steps up to 5th step, which is mastery, not negotiable, not theory. It happens for every top earner, whether they know it or not, for the last over 100 years that this has been an industry. And duplication is going to begin when your discipline replaces emotion. I cannot stand working with overly emotional people. It is the most frustrating thing you will ever do. Okay, the most frustrating thing you'll ever do. Okay, you can never feel your way into success, but you can discipline your way into freedom. And I can tell you, your feelings will catch up later. I'm going to say that again because it gives you something to look forward to. You can never feel your way into success. Doesn't work. Doesn't work. But you can discipline your way into freedom, and your feelings will catch up later. You're going to feel way better when you're free. Okay. Most people are going to miss that. The 80% always miss it. 70%ers always miss it. But the 20%ers, they find a way. All right. So for all my 20%ers, I will see you January the 11th through 13th in Las Vegas. The leadership boot camp, it's sold out. It's faster than anybody could have even expected. 24 hours, it was sold out. Every in-person seat is gone. It is what it is. Names are being added to the wait list. So if you have an online ticket, those tickets are available for $97. If you have an online ticket, message me so I can add you to the wait list. And when someone inevitably, sometimes people can't make it, I do, Jessica, I'll add you to that. Thank you. Yeah, we don't have any VIP tickets left at all either. But when people can't make it, and you will be the first name up, first name on the list, and you can get a seat. But if you do not have a $97 online ticket, do not message me to get on the wait list. It doesn't matter how you show up, online or in person, doesn't matter. It only matters that you show up, okay? This is not a regular event. This is a calling for the 20 percenters. This is a calling for the builders. This is a calling for the disciplined few. That's all this event is. 80% will not be there. The 20% who are in person or online, they are becoming. All right. So you just got to figure out which side you on. If I'm a 20 percenter, I'm attending Vegas online or in person. I'm on the wait list. That's how it goes. All right. I got a lot of text within the last hour. Coach Seymour brought this book up. This is a book called The Greatest Salesman in the World by Og Mandino. It's like $9 off Amazon. We have a private personal development group that's going through this book. For those of you who were not able to get into that group, you can catch it next time. But this book is absolutely phenomenal. And if you read it, I'm gonna warn you, if you do go pop over to Amazon to get this book, I'm gonna warn you, read it as instructed. You're only supposed to read at some point. You'll know what you mean if you get the book. You read one chapter per month and you read that chapter over and over again for a month, a day by day for a month, and then you switch. Don't just read the whole book, you'll miss the whole point. But those instructions are in that book. Follow the instructions to the T. We don't have any room in our personal development group, but if you want to just get that book for your own, it's a great book, highly recommended. We have a lot of new people on the call. The textbook that I recommend for any brand new network marketer, regardless of what company you're in, is this particular book. Just want to give a plug for the book, Making Your First Million in Network Marketing. This is a book that I wrote. It's a short read. It's absolutely incredible. For any new network marketer who's never made $10,000, $20,000, this is probably the only book you'll need to read for right now. Very, very, very important that you read this book. Everything I've learned in over a decade of making millions of dollars in network marketing and helping other people make hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars. Everything I wish I knew that I didn't know my first 5 years in network marketing. That's that book right there. And if Coach Marcus has the link, he can drop it in the chat. Otherwise, you can get it on my Facebook bio. And for my advanced network marketers who are already at the level, this is a book I'd recommend for you. This book is called The Hidden Empire. This is a book of everything I wish I knew the last 5 years. Just understand, absolutely phenomenal book. This is advanced level stuff. If you're brand new, you do not need to buy this book. We do not need the money. This is for advanced network marketers who are ready to duplicate and build a big, big global business. Everything I could possibly teach you, everything I could possibly train you on, is in this book. Please do not reach out to me for mentorship or coaching if you have not read that book, because I'm gonna just recommend you something in the book. It's all there. I absolutely wish that I had that book when I was coming up in this industry. I really wish I did. It would. Then again, no, I don't, because I wouldn't know any of you. I'd already have made $100 million, and I would not be doing Zooms. All right, so that's what I recommend. So thank you so much, Coach Seymour, for hopping on tonight and pouring into everybody. I want to thank Miriam Karim, the hostess with the mostest, one of our up and coming leaders, not just with our company, but in the industry. I want to thank Miriam for her hosting. It is a very big deal. Huge responsibility, and she is there day in and day out, no matter what's going on. That young lady is building with discipline. She's a diamond in our company, and she'll be a six-figure earner here sooner than she knows it, because I've seen this so many times. I just watch certain people in this industry and in our team, and at some point, something just switches. It just changes for them, and they know they're going to make it. I don't want the call to go long, but Miriam's example makes me want to share this example with you as we close this call. And I want to thank Coach Marcus too for hosting these Zooms, and I'll see everybody on Thursday night for the kickoff Zoom. But let me say this about Miriam. There is a point that I wish everybody understood in this little story that we'll close this call with is I call it the 10-minute story. And I want you to imagine that you walk into a movie theater. What's a movie that everybody knows? Put one of your favorite movies where the end was just amazing and the good people won and everything great. Put one of your favorite movies in the chat. I just want to see where the end was just wow. That was an amazing ending. Avatar. That's a great film. I've seen it several times. Okay. Face Off. Who said Face Off? Face Off was so good. Shawshank Redemption, cold-blooded into the movie. So just imagine that you're walking, those are 3 great movies, by the way. You walk into the movie theater, but you walk in and there's only 10 minutes left. There's only 10 minutes left in the movie. And all you see in Shawshank Redemption is Andy Dufresne on the beach. He got all of that money he saved. He on the beach, Morgan Freeman on the beach, and they sipping cocktail. All you see is that part. Okay, just imagine all you see at the end of the movie is Andy and Morgan Freeman on the beach and they chilling. Or in Avatar, when all the bad guys got shot up and the good guys are all rejoicing because then the bad guys went to jail and everybody on there, everybody's peaceful. Everybody's got their peace at the end of the movie, right? Or Face Off, when Nicolas Cage get his face back and his family's there and they're hugging and everything's great. That's the only part of the movie you saw. Just imagine that. And I like, wow, man, that was an amazing ending. Now imagine that you actually enjoyed the end so much. You said, I got to go back and watch the whole movie now. And now you go back and watch Avatar for the first time. You go watch Face Off or Shawshank Redemption for the first time. And you like, listen, you already know the end. But look at all they went through in the beginning, in the first hour and a half. Man, he lost his family. He was in jail. People got shot up. Shawshank Redemption, Andy getting beat up. It's just crazy. You're like, man, this is, but you're good because I already know the end. Like, I know how this ends. So I'm cool. I'm watching. I'm just trying to see. Yeah, he going through it, but I just need to see how he got to the end because I already know the end. I know it's great. I know it's great. I don't care about the bad guy and this, that, or third. I know how it ends. Some network marketers, you just watch them and at some point, something just clicks. And they had their 10-minute story moment. I remember seeing it with Coach Seymour. I definitely remember seeing it with Coach Charlotte. Coach Marcus was already a pro before we ever met. So I didn't get to watch him have that moment. I'm watching Miriam have that moment right now. I'm watching her turn that switch. Day by day, week by week, I'm watching her experience that moment when she says to herself subconscious, I don't really know how it all plays out, but I know how it ends. Like I'm there now. I get it. I know how it ends. I'm not worried about nothing in between. I'm just doing the work. Just doing the work. I'm just waiting for the clock to tick, the 90 minutes of the movie, but I know how it ends. So I want everybody to just take pride from her example, to really watch the growth, watch the excitement, to watch it. And yeah, I want you to have your own 10-minute story moment, and you'll know it when it happens. You won't have to guess. You'll know it when it happens. So that being said, thank y'all so much, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for everything kind y'all said about the books, man. I'm glad y'all enjoying them as much as I had writing them. And I will see y'all tomorrow. We got 2 Zooms tomorrow, and then we are back here Thursday. So you'll have a good night. God bless. Thank you so much, Coach Marcus, for dropping those links in the chat. Copy and paste them if you need them. And we will see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good night.